Oh, baby. Back in the saddle again.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that, man. No, we're in the dog days. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Weak little air horn.
What do you want?
What's it?
You never have to do
air horn. I know, it's so great. No, it's so great that I have this sneaky great thing that I set up the air horn.
I noticed.
This is presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. Choose your offer. Find out why. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. We're here in the studio today, me and D-Line with a little two-man game. But we will sub in Miroslav, the homie, because he has some takes to get off his chest.
We got an international draft stash we're bringing in.
We
got our two-way guy coming in.
I love that so much. He might get called up. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. We do have some stuff going on around the association, though. Our annual GM survey. Man, you know that we have the player countdown. It's like a tradition. And then there's the fake. ESPN juked us because they had a scout survey earlier, and I was like,
we talked all about it.
Yeah, we talked about it. Then you remember there was 6 people interviewed. It
20.
Was at 20. It was unscientific. This is the actual GM survey.
Okay.
This one I do care about.
You do?
I mean, a little bit. I care enough about to talk about it today.
That doesn't mean a lot, but I'm with you.
It doesn't mean a lot, but I do care about it enough to talk about. But mostly, we have some news and notes from practice I want to get to, man. As I mentioned, D-Line Co's my co-star today.
What do you think that they do? Do you think they do that specifically just for content? What is the point of all these GM surveys?
Everybody in media does everything for content. So yes, but they do that because they hope people will read it.
But I mean, even as it goes further down the line, are they looking to just populate the world with content here in the dog days? The dog days of the preseason.
They're trying to get you excited for the season,
It's do they do this in other leagues? I swear to God, I've never heard of a GM survey for the NFL.
You're right.
But the NBA loves to find out what they think.
Yeah.
And they're just everyone's mad.
I love this take. Do you think though that you honestly, if I told you, hey, there's a GM survey on the NFL, are you in?
No.
You're not?
No, I don't.
You don't want to know?
Do I care what? I mean,
the GMs of the NFL.
Maybe I don't.
Come
know.
on.
I mean, maybe if
they said Bo Nix is the next great quarterback.
I'll grant you this. If I did a daily show about the Denver Broncos, I'd be so in on this.
I think you would be in on it. I like it. I think it's interesting. That's why I said I'm in on it. But let's get into our notes from Nuggets practice today, because every time you get a chance to talk with the team, you get a little bit more insight. And I just kind of want to run through this. One of the things that was interesting, I always ask the same question to start these pressers because I feel like it's a chance for everyone just to talk. And I say, what was the emphasis of practice today? And among the many things that he said, just getting up and down, he said conditioning. This is David Adelman, which I thought was very interesting because one of the things he said is guys came into camp in shape.
Right. He's saying now conditioning is an issue?
No. That it was an emphasis today.
When I hear the head coach say conditioning, I'm like, oh
no. And he said it was kind of ugly at times. The schedule is what it is. They were traveling, and then yesterday was a workout day. He wants the guys taking care of their body, so everybody came in and worked on their own individual weight training and stuff. But today was very intense, and I heard it, by the way. I got there a little early. It was very loud in that gym, guys screaming. You could tell they were going full speed. But he said today's emphasis was conditioning. I just thought that was kind of interesting. File that away, I guess.
Yeah, interesting.
Not that interesting.
That is I mean, it's moderately interesting.
It's somewhat interesting.
It's very interesting for this time of year. I'll say that.
Yeah. He says, so he was asked, beyond just handling the pressure, what excites you to address, what do you want to address this week? And he said, adding to the defensive package. I love this answer here. Adding to the defensive package. Offensively, when we actually got the ball across half court and we were organized, the ball really popped. I love that. It's not why I love it, but I do. So far, we're off to a good start. He says, so now it's the other side. We saw improvement in our base coverage in Vancouver. Now it's time to kind of junk things up a little bit. I don't know if we'll show that in preseason, but we're definitely going to practice and work on it. This is what I've been telling people, man.
Yeah.
Nuggets have had 3 practices.
Yep.
They haven't put in anything other than their absolute base everything. And now he's saying that defense, we saw improvement from game 1 of the preseason to game 2 and them executing it. That's the base, though. It's like running the same thing every time. Now we're starting to add layers. And I'm not even sure if we're going to show it in the preseason.
Exactly.
But today we got to work on that.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like, everyone is just so excited about the concept of the Nuggets getting started. You see basketball being played. It like makes you have emotional feelings, but it's not correct to have when you see the Nuggets, like for example, in San Diego, when I watched my beloved Denver Nuggets.
You were so mad after the game.
I was mad, dude, because I was like, this sucks. I was like, gave up 40 points. They just didn't even try. It's fine. I mean, like, I was just looking for vibes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if I'm looking for outlook on what's to come, it is very difficult to pull too much from this time of year for any team in any league, for anything. I mean, it really is like a whole new system. It's a whole new thing, and they're bringing it in. Can
you imagine if our show, like first day back from a long break, and it's like we have to build the foundation, only puns, nothing else. Yeah. We're just in the whole show.
No. What it would be was just like
robotic,
reading what happened, and then there was a pass to Jamal.
Just a fast breakdown.
But like not even like interesting.
Right. We'll get to Red Hawk.
We haven't gotten to interjections yet. There's no conjecture.
You'll like this one, though. But I do like this idea that their defense is like, phase 1 of 100, and that's the point. Is now we're going to start adding layers onto. Mm-hmm. And when he says junk things up a bit, I'm kind of curious to see what that means. I mean, that implies an aggressive defensive scheme as opposed to like a contained defensive scheme. So we'll have to wait and see. And then I love this one. The most interesting thing, we made it our headline. Have you settled on a rotation size? And he says, no. That's why playing live is important. The good and the bad of scrimmages, a lot of you're not as detailed, but you're giving people an opportunity to prove themselves. We'd love to start the year with 10 guys, possibly 11. This is a very big departure from Michael Malone, if it's true. I mean, this is right now, it's the promise season. But that has to be proven on the court. It can't just be something we put on paper. So this is the proving time for these guys. But what do you make of the fact that he might want an 11-man rotation early in the year, not a 9?
I mean, we talked about this in the abstract yesterday. Like, is there room for a guy like a Spencer Jones? Is there room for a guy like DeRon Holmes? The answer to that's no.
I think Holmes is on the outs.
He's going to go to the G League, as he should. But I mean, there are guys that have put in the work, and the Nuggets are saddled with, cursed with, blessed with a very deep roster. It's actually going to be difficult to make sure that everybody stays engaged, happy, locked in, feeling like they are part of the team contributing. I don't know what that looks like. I mean, you can take that as to say one night, it might make sense for, one version of the lineup to go in, but that somebody's still part of the rotation, even though they're not getting in every night. But listen, at this stage, to me, I think that that's a great way to think about it. I don't think that, we've been talking about details and competition and conditioning and
conditioning, not really. I mean, other than the same. I just mean
like those are the bullet points we've heard. Like conditioning early on, that was check. Now it's like details, check, and now it's like, man, we got a lot of good players. Like, how do we do this?
And maybe the answer is 11 deep. And this is what the Thunder did last year. Again, a team proves that it can work, and then everyone kind of says, well, maybe that should be the method. Because I think it's like common wisdom to say 9 guys is better. You try to expand too much. Everyone's only getting a little bite of the pie. But I think you look at this and say, can you give – I think we know who the 11 guys are, by the way. It's the 5, Julian Strawther being the 10th, Jalen Pickett being the 11th. I think Zeke is further down. There's a bump there. We talked about it yesterday. But I think the idea is, could we give Julian one stint where it's like, yeah, go out there and try to get some shots up. Pickett, go out there, full court press and bring the ball up. And they're not playing heavy minutes. They're playing 8 minutes, 2 4-minute stints. But the whole idea is we're trying to go so hard in those minutes that we need to open it up to 11. It's interesting, man. It's really interesting, and I would be very curious to see. But he said we want to play 10 or 11, not 9 to 11.
Right.
10 or 11. So it almost makes me think, like, is 9 out the window? You know what I mean? It's interesting. We don't know. It's just interesting.
It is right now. Well, it seems like right now he's locked in on the idea that they want to get enough of these guys involved. So, but you never know. I mean, like more of attrition, all of these
Yeah,
things.
of course.
As the season goes on, a
I
lot of
love
this
that
stuff
this is the year where the league moves to a 13 deep league, and it's like, dang it, we don't have enough guys. We only have 11 guys.
No. And they have an open roster spot.
For the first time ever, they're deep, but the league is somehow a 15-man rotation all of a sudden. The last one, there was a new quote hanging up in the practice facility now. Let me see if I can get this.
All the Nuggets are good?
Kind of. No, Agi quad Agis.
Okay.
You, of course, know your Latin, so
Sure.
I don't have to tell you, but I will tell the audience what
It just
that means.
August is August.
Yeah, it says, do whatever you do. Do whatever you are doing. And he was asked about this. It was David Adelman's decision to put it up, and he said it was one of his favorite mantras. It's something he lives by. And he says it's kind of like if you're working out, work out. If you're at home with your family, be at home with your family.
Be present.
Whatever you're doing, do that with all that you have. And I kind of like it because he's like, yeah, we put it in the practice facility, not on like some paper or temporary thing, on a more or less permanent fixture.
Right.
As like, yeah, this is what I want us to do. When we're in the gym, your mind is here and we're working on whatever the task is at hand. It gives you a little insight into David Adelman, I feel. I don't think of him as a guy. I mean, we're just getting to know him, so it's not like I thought of him not as this guy. But I wouldn't have guessed he would have had this little Latin phrase hanging up in the.
And you're later on, you'll just be like, "Hey, guys, you're doing a presser." What?
I'm gonna say this. So you know what? I'm just gonna point to it and say, "Hey, man, be here,
be present. We're asking you questions about you. Answer them." Yeah, I mean, I think of him as a thinking man. Like I think of him as a philosophical man. I think of him as a strategic man. I think of him as a loving man. A tender man.
Okay, well, we're going some things we didn't have to explore.
Just how I think about it.
I have been thinking about this a lot, though, about how, he brought in former players largely to be his assistants. And I do think that with him, and we've said this before, but I think it becomes more clear. David Adelman has made multiple comments about how much other stuff there is to coaching and how he hates it. The organization, not like leadership or this or that, but like literal organization of things and decisions about where you stay and all that kind of stuff. And I think this is why he hired players. I think David Adelman wants to be in his mind as much as possible. And he already sees this world where it's like the coach has to step outside that. Mm-hmm. And then when you see this quote, you go, oh, yes, that's where he wants to be. He wants to be focused on the task at hand. And instead, everyone wants him signing off of the little slip sheets and
right.
TPS reports. Yeah. And he's like, all right, who can I get to do these?
The 3-point shooting reports. Yes. The TPS reports.
3-point shooting.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, you and I have found ourselves with more and more responsibility as our time
I'm doing TPS reports from sunrise to sunset these days.
As our time together has increased, so has our, our TPS reports, I guess.
Yeah.
And I get it, man. Like he's a coach. He wants to be a coach. He wants to think about the things that he's thought about his entire life. He wants to think about the way he'd handle the basketball. He wants to have winning basketball. I mean, listen, that resonates very heavily with me, man. And I'm doing a podcast, and I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to stop tweeting right now. I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah, don't let the tweets get in the way, man. Come on,
man.
I don't see the ad reads on here. Do you have these ads, or you got them all ready to go? I will say this one last thing here before we go to break. Cam Johnson was taking half-court shots today.
Okay.
Shockingly bad.
Really?
Shockingly bad. He does have range. There is a limit to his range. Half-court, I would say, out of there. Tamar Bates, 1 for 1.
Okay.
Hey, why? He kind of swagger jacked him. He was sitting there. He probably took like 20 before he made one. Cam Johnson did. Tamar Bates walked up after maybe 5 or 6, grabs the ball, drains it right away. So... a little behind the scenes.
What a man.
Also, Jamal Murray, back in twists. I know that you like the hair report.
I do like the hair report.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that the twists only made it through practice and like the photograph session. As soon as play started, he went back to his standard style. So
we'll have to stay tuned. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we're going to get to this report, GM style.
What's up, guys? Wow, look at us. We got a brand new partner, Window Nation. Are you ready for this? That's right, brother. Window Nation. October is here, and so is the return of chilly air seeping into your home. That is, if you have old, stuck, or cracked windows. You seem like an old, stuck, or cracked windows.
Oh, I love an old, stuck, or cracked
well,
window.
no longer. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with top quality replacement windows from Window Nation. Window Nation has some of the best replacement windows out there. Our installation crews finish the job in 1 day or less so you can get back to your daily routines with minimal interruption. Window Nation offers a lifetime warranty on all their windows so you can relax knowing your home is protected far into the future. And this month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 for free. Think about that.
That's 4 windows, yeah.
4 windows. Quick aside, well, I'll wait till this is over, I guess. There's no limit to how many windows you replace. Your total price includes 1 day installation. Make no payments for 2 years, or no monthly payments, no down payments, no interest until 2027. That's a big deal for those with the holidays coming up. And you can put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather. And here's why I trust Window Nation. Me, Eric. They got an A+ rating for the Better Business Bureau. They got a 50-point inspection of every window before it leaves the factory, 20-point inspection of every window when it's installed. Your new windows can be installed in 1 day or less, and they've got a 96 customer satisfaction rating. That is way above this podcast. We're hovering 20-25%. Over 4,500 5-star reviews. Window Nation has installed over 3 million windows across the country. And like I said, they all come with a lifetime warranty. So get started on your free estimate before October 31st to save big on replacement windows. Schedule a fast free estimate now with the pros at Window Nation at windownation.com, dude. And, you know, a window into the soul of the Denver Nuggets comes through David Adelman, the philosopher.
That's true.
But enough with that.
Aggie quad Aggies.
But listen, it's a whole new time here, and we are talking about Miller Lite. Miller Lite. Oh my God, what a way to. You want to talk about a crisp fall day? You want to talk about crisp? Nothing says crisp like Miller Lite. The delicious taste of Miller Lite. Listen, there's no wrong way to grill. We're ending the grilling season, but grilling season never ends if you're committed to the cause. Like I know that my man Adam is. But we've all got our ways to prep for perfect events. Since 1975, Miller Lite has been the go-to beer to fill up the cooler when it's a good day to grill. Stock up on grill season. It's Miller time, and it's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. Can you believe Miller Lite? Can you believe that? I mean, let's think of all throughout the last 50 years. I've been there for all of them. And I just think about my favorite times with Miller Lite across those times. Some of them I don't remember, I'll be honest. But I know that they were good. I was told later on.
Yeah, secondhand stories of yourself.
The taste, you can't forget the taste when it comes to Miller Lite. It's crisp, it's light, it's the one. It's the original that everyone else has tried to copy ever since. It's the taste you can depend on. Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It's got simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors and iconic golden color.
Toffee note.
Delicious. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/DNVR to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Literally anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
All righty, back here, segment 2. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Nugget season just 2 weeks away from today.
Oh, man.
2 weeks. We only got to suffer 2 weeks.
That feels long.
It doesn't to me, though, because we have some very exciting stuff coming up. The documentary is going to drop.
Okay.
The tarot episode's going to drop.
I mean, I'm going to London.
You're going to London. You're going to a whole other country, whole other continent, really. So there's going to be some fun stuff between here and there. Plus 3 games. We still have 3 preseason games. A couple other quick odds and ends here. David Adelman did say he wanted to experiment with lineups more. So I do expect more staggering, even if they're going to play 11 guys, more mixing up of who plays with who. And he says he wants to get Cam Johnson at the 4. I know there's been some discussion from some people on the timeline about concern over the backup power forward spot. I don't share that concern. It might become one over time, but right now I'm just like, it's not even on my mind.
No.
But David Adelman's like, yeah, we want to play Cam there more. We want to get to the lineups where he's the power 4, stretch 4.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Cam Johnson was the number 1 option in Brooklyn, so he's certainly no stranger to having big responsibility, and like he's also played every kind of role in between. That would be crazy. Like, I mean, that actually makes some kind of sense. Think about the shooting that they could compile with around Val and the rest of his pals.
With that much spacing, you're right. As long as they get the ball up the court, of course.
Well,
which is, we're still in the early days there. The funniest quote today. What's the most important thing for Julian Strawther to grow defensively? His response: defend.
Sick.
That's a tough one. Defend. It's like, yeah. And then he kind of went on. Today was an interesting day because this happens every year where the officials come in and then update the players. They send the officials around to all these different practices to talk about the new rules. I know Jokic has already unofficially done this with Mark Davis and his crew.
He had some refutations.
But today was the official one, and Julian Strawther, I didn't realize this was not a rule. I saw that they put it as the point of emphasis. Did you know this? It was that if a shooter shoots and you go to contest and you high-five him, I did not realize that was not a foul before.
Really?
And this year, it's a point of emphasis every time it's a foul.
I certainly remember it being called.
So. This is what I'm saying. I was like, Julian was talking about it today as like, yeah, I'm excited for them to start calling that one. Happens every time. And I'm like, really? I thought that was a foul.
That's going to be so annoying, though.
Dude, I'm telling you, that game against Toronto was 3 hours long. The NBA is doing the reverse baseball.
What are they doing, man?
I know. It's with Adam Silver. He has ideas. Because he has ideas. But yes, I'm not even kidding when I say this is one of my main things to watch here and then as the season goes. Are games longer than ever? Because everything's a foul, and in particular shooting fouls. I'm a little worried. But I hope that is not the case. For what it's worth, Cam Johnson was asked about playing backup power forward. He was like, our power forward. He's like, there's literally no difference. Yeah. He's like 3 or 4. It's the exact same thing. There's absolutely nothing different about it.
I do love that. That's got to be at a certain point. Like when, somebody will come and talk to me about desire, whatever. And I'm like, I can tell that you kind of know what you're talking about, but like, you think that like we're just playing basketball out there, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to draw some stuff, Yeah,
totally. I mean, if he was guarding Julius Randle, he would, but he was even the defensive assignments are the same.
Yeah.
So it's not even like I'm guarding differently. Usually
you're just in a different corner.
A different corner. So it's really probably the same exact corner. He's like, no, I'm the 4, but this is my corner.
he's like, don't pass it to me. I'm the 4. Oh, I'm the 3. Oh, pass it to me.
I will say that David Adelman specifically mentioned one of the things on the docket is to start putting in some Cam Johnson plays. He said we don't have a single Cam Johnson play yet over through 2 games, and so we'll start to add that to our playbook. Get him going to his right, which I thought was interesting. So this is why, I'm not even trying to complain. I do see some people on the timeline that are like, if the Nuggets are going to do this all year, and I'm like, guys, they had 3 practices. They literally haven't put in anything.
Oh, I can't even engage. I don't even see those takes. Like,
I understand it because fans are watching it and it's like, I was expecting the defense to be better. But it's like they've literally put up step one of a 20-step process.
They did get their brains beat in San Diego. They gave up 40 points to Bones Island, which was rough. That was just emotionally rough, but it's not indicative. Past performance in the preseason does not predict future performance in the actual season.
This is a bit like you get very annoyed whenever people don't recognize how long something takes for you. And they're like, why didn't you do that thing? And I think it's the same like when people are like, if the Nuggets think they can do this, it's like they don't think that. You don't just say, hey, our defensive scheme is all these things. You got it? Like, no.
Well, unless you're the head coach and then you say that you just have to defend about Julian Strawther.
That's why it was a little concerning because it wasn't like rebound better, get more physical.
It was like we got to work on our footwork, and it's like
the defense part.
He's got to pull his head out of his ass. What he got to do?
Kale, let's go to the GM survey, shall we?
Oh, finally!
We got to find out what the GM survey, man. They got people talking about this.
I got to know, dude. How many? Okay, do we know how many? Do we know how many participants we have?
I believe every GM has to participate in this one.
So did the Nuggets get 2?
I love this. You're right. Who was it?
That's
a great question.
Is this the first schism?
I got to get to the bottom of this, to be honest. I got to get to the bottom of this.
Does Ben Wallace, is this the thing that drives the wedge between them so early?
I actually saw John Wallace today. He was walking out, and I gave him what is arguably my most hot take, and I think I've shared it on the show before. It's the flaw in the NBA system. They do not have proper representation amongst their officials.
In what
the
way?
NBA. There's no tall officials.
Yeah.
And so all these little guys are reffing, and they're just like, yeah, man, look at them scrapping there.
Yeah.
I honestly think I always say this. Imagine if there was a tall ref. Mm-hmm. Like, let's say we go to the finals. There's 3 tall refs in the entire league, and it just so happens it's a big team versus a little team, and all of the finals officials were big guys. Wouldn't everybody be like, that's unfair?
I don't know.
No, honestly, just think about it. One team is best center, power forward. Other team is 3-point shooting guards. All right. And the officials were all 6'10", and it's the only tall guys. Wouldn't everybody claim conspiracy?
Probably.
And yet the entire league is short little point or short little guards that are officiating. I think the NBA has a lack of big men represented in their officiating. And so they don't understand that a guy like Jokic, you hit his arm on a jump hook, that affects the shot. They're just like, marginal contact.
I've never even thought about this before. This is a world that I don't live in, that you're tortured to be in. No one understands.
Brother, you know why? Because you go to a rec league and you're playing in a rec league and the ref shows up and he's like 5'3", and you're like, this guy is going to. I promise he is.
You're
going
like,
to let
why are you a ref? He's like, because I can't play.
Yeah, exactly. You just
like
know
I'd be
that
a player
ref,
otherwise.
That ref is going to give you nothing. He's going to be cheering on the little guys.
Yeah, he's like, oh, get him, Jose Alvarado. You're the MVP. You would have think that Facu would have gotten a better shake.
You would guess it, man, but I think it is. They refs genuinely need a big man. If there was a big man ref, I just think everyone would be like, he's too biased towards bigs.
And
with no sense of irony.
He just stands behind the glass backboard, just watching, just to see.
Which team will win the 2026 NBA Finals? What happened there, Kale? That's kind of an interesting.
Oh, it looks like the Team Yellow will win.
Yeah. Which team will win the 2026 NBA Finals? 80% of people think the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I hate this.
Seven.
Dude, no one has any imagination, any guts. Every single year, it's like, who's going to win? The Celtics. They won. They're a juggernaut. The Nuggets are going to win. It's like whoever won, that 80% is always.
To be fair, they won 68 games, and they're really good at anyone. But it is.
No team is repeated. This is always how it is. No one is like, man, true. I really like
Well, to your point, last year, Boston Celtics, 83%. So one person learned and was like, you know what? Maybe it's not. Cleveland Cavaliers, 7%. Denver Nuggets, 7%. Also receiving votes, Houston Rockets, New York Knicks. Only 5 teams got votes. Nuggets got 2.
Dang, only 5 teams.
Feels right to me. I think Minnesota has a shot at this. I don't know if I would really count anyone else.
I mean, are you basing that off of their first preseason game against the Denver Nuggets? They look like a wagon out there, man. Yeah. God, who else could win?
That's a good point. Could the Clippers?
No.
Lakers?
No.
Warriors?
No.
Bro, ESPN, by the way, did their little projections. You know, they have Kevin Pelton has a little model, and he does it. He has the Warriors as the second best team in the West, outperforming projections by 11 games.
Because the Warriors were really good down the stretch when nobody else was trying, and then they went to the playoffs and they fell apart because they got injured. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, it's not.
I think they're really good, but I also agree with everything you said. I don't know if there should be anything else. The fact that Denver got 2 votes, you know what?
Fine.
That's fine.
Oh, is that Ben and John? Do they actually get 1 vote, but it's 2 votes?
Western, who's going to win the Western Conference? Almost the exact same. Here's what's weird.
Wouldn't it be funny? You're like, I think Oklahoma City's going to win, but I see Denver winning the Western Conference.
Here's what's weird. Oklahoma City has 80% of the title votes, but 87 of the West. So there are 2 people that think they're going to make the finals and lose, which to me, I'm like, really? You're going to make it out of the West and then fall to the Knicks?
Or to the Cavs.
There's one guy, so there's 3 people that voted on Denver to win the West, which means there's one GM that thinks the Nuggets will make it out of the West but lose in the finals.
Man, there's a real base heavy guy.
Oh, dude, he is bumping back there.
Beast
Oklahoma City 87%, Denver 10, Minnesota, Houston 3. That is all. That is it.
They really should. They should rename this survey. What happened last year?
I know. Yeah, the survey. Denver does receive, I believe 2 people did not have Denver in the top 4.
Not even the top 4.
2 people. I mean, if I'm doing my math right, they have 90, maybe actually 3 people.
Not in the top 4. Wow. So they just, okay.
Yeah. Right. Whatever it's worth.
Whatever. It's worth nothing.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
On the other side, who will win the MVP?
We got to bring Miroslav.
We got to bring him in for it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Toyota. Wow. Toyota. Our homies. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. You know this. I know what. There's a guy.
Is he stuck at a red light or something?
Maybe it's a construction team. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're really, or maybe we're in an earthquake. We just don't realize.
We don't realize.
Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. Trucks have always been part of Toyota's DNA. For generations, Toyota has built durable legends destined for greatness and perfect for Colorado. Whether you're conquering off-road trails or hauling the weight of the world like David Adelman, this guy won't leave. There's a Toyota truck that's just right for you. Like the all-new 2025 Tacoma and the return of the iconic 2025 Land Cruiser. These are beautiful vehicles. If you've not looked lately, you really ought to. Right now. Toyota offers 17 models with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive like the epic 4Runner. Toyota also currently offers more low and zero-emission vehicles combined than any other automaker to give customers numerous choices to reduce their carbon footprint. There are 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Toyota Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck. Woo. Toyota SUVs take command of the road and on the trail so you can explore the road less traveled without sacrificing smooth city rides and SUVs like the RAV4 and the Grand Highlander. So visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. And the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places. Oh, and they're also a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets.
There you go. You nailed it.
Thanks, bro. All right. And then also Dick's Sporting Goods. I loved it, man. I truly there's not a lot. I've gotten older and grumpier, if you can imagine. Imagine what I was
noticed.
before. Yeah, but I mean, it's getting bad. But there are a few places I like to go shopping. Dick's. I could walk around.
Actually, it's pretty dope. It is fun, man.
I love
they have the kayaks and canoes.
I love a sporting goods store. I like to imagine that I would become a lacrosse player or something.
I know.
I just looking at the gloves, all the stuff. You just check it out. But Dick's is even better. It's
dude, I'm telling you, even the outdoor stuff, I'll go there and it's like rock climbing, and I'm like, man, look at that. I could get this.
You're like, do I need a talc bag?
Exactly. And you're like, well, probably not. But
I know. Should I get a soccer ball? Meanwhile, I hate soccer. Hey, Colorado, stop by your local Dick's Sporting Goods store for the hottest apparel and footwear from top brands like Nike, Adidas, Originals, FP Movement, VRST, Calia, DNVR, and more. Plus, score the latest equipment for baseball, football, soccer, basketball, golf, and all your tailgating essentials. Found a lower price? We'll match it with our best price guarantee. Get your gear fast with curbside pickup at your nearest store or easy shopping from Dicks.com, because every season starts at Dick's.
All right, we are back here. Segment 3. Why don't we welcome on the homie Miroslav?
Finally,
live from Pančeva.
I want to enjoy this conversation for once, dude.
Is Miroslav here? Miroslav.
Yeah.
Hey, we actually had somebody at our meetup in San Diego over the weekend from Pančeva.
You did. You had the wife and the kids of my best friend in the world.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Somehow you didn't come up.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't mentioned.
It is true. So my best friend, Peđa, not Peđa Stojaković, the other Peđa, his wife and their kids were at the game, and they were sitting right in front of you for the San Diego game. And I guess they just wanted to mention that to me and not say anything to you. So
I had a great time talking to him. It was actually pretty awesome, man.
I'm glad I didn't have the weight of knowing that he was your best friend, because I would have judged him harshly.
Oh, I know. I would have been like, something about this guy I don't like.
Yeah, they're right. This guy has terrible taste.
Well, Miroslav, I do want to get to your takes, but we have to finish up this GM survey, and I want you to finish it up with us, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, dude, we want the GM survey, meaning the good man from Pančevo. Miroslav, what are the great
gentleman Miroslav?
The great Miroslav survey.
MVP.
Okay.
MVP. Who will win? 67% believe it's going to be Nikola Jokic. If I did my math right, that's 20 out of 30 GMs.
He had a furlough year, where he just wasn't allowed. He wasn't allowed to win it last year, but now everyone's like, all right, fine.
Luka comes in second. Shea somehow third, which I'm very surprised by. Wemby got a couple votes. Anthony Edwards. Donovan Mitchell got a vote. Like, come on, get real, people. Giannis. Miroslav. I don't know if I see it.
Yeah, I get it. Because if he didn't get it last year after averaging a 30-point triple-double on like plus 12 relative true shooting percentage, what is there for him to do to win another MVP? But you know what? I listened to the guys from Basketball Illuminati, the last episode, and they mentioned if Joker would be top 2 in MVP voting, that would be his 6th straight top 2 MVP voting season, and there are only 2 guys in NBA history who did that.
Wow.
Do you know who the guys are?
If I were to guess who they are,
Can I guess?
yeah.
LeBron James?
I think no, because I think the year he went to Miami, they like nobody would vote anything for him.
Exactly.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, Michael Jordan would be a guess.
Yeah, but he retired.
Oh, that's right, he retired. So you have to go Kareem, who won all those ones.
Kareem had one weird season when he finished like 5th at the end of his Milwaukee tenure. So no, not Kareem.
Is
Then
this a trick question?
Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. Do we have to go all the way back?
Yeah, Will Chamberlain could never win a lot of MVPs because Bill Russell would grab all of them. And yeah, Bill Russell is one of them, and the other guy is another Celtic, Larry Bird. And that's it. Nobody else had 6 consecutive seasons of top 2 in MVP. So you know what? I have something to root for. I also don't expect him to be a big favorite to actually win the MVP, but to be top 2, why not?
Yeah, I like it. I just don't know if I see it this year. I hope it happens at least top 2 because I think that stat is kind of cool. Here's what's going to happen, man. I think the Thunder are going to win like 68 games again, and I think they're going to be 10 games ahead of everyone else. And I think people are it's going to be the exact same conversation. The one thing I think about Jokic right now, I think he might have his most efficient scoring season ever. It might only be 25 points a game. Maybe not. Maybe he scores a bunch. But it might be 25 points per game. But it's like, yes, but this is the most efficient. It's going to be one of those ones where it's like nobody has had this efficiency at more than 8 points per game. And he just did it at 25. He's only missed 1 shot in the preseason, right? And he's not trying.
No, I mean, he's only taken like 11, but yes, he hit all of them.
I think there's a chance that he has like multiple like 5-game stretches where he averages 90% shooting.
Hard to argue.
Somebody's going to have to explain to Stephen A. Smith what 75% true shooting actually means.
What? Don't bother.
But it might just be raw field goal percentage. You might not even have to translate it. It's just like Jokic has only missed 3 shots in February. I mean, it's the 28th, and we're like, well, he's like, pretty good.
But that damn Shea.
But Shea is, if we value winning, if we're talking about winning.
Oh, I'm already annoyed. We're in the dog days of the preseason. I'm already to tap out.
Here's one that'll make you guys sad. If you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the NBA, who would it be? Jokic has fallen to 3rd.
Can I guess who it's going to be? Wemby.
Of course. It's 83%. Then Shea got 13%. Jokic 3. I think everybody, obviously they think he's the best player, but we are officially at but there's not that many years left.
Damn it. Why are we talking about this, man?
We are at the back end of his prime. We have to acknowledge that. He's going to
have to do anything
when next playoffs start. So we have to acknowledge that. And it's fair. It's fair. I like Eric, I'm not sure how many great seasons from Wemby we are going to get, but that's a completely different story. But yeah. I think I would pick Wemby at this point in time as well. I mean,
well, I got to be honest, man. I'm gonna hop. I think Wemby will be good, but I hop on the hate bandwagon because now he worked out with Hakeem, and I just like everything about this guy, man.
I saw that too.
And then there's a little feature that's written about it. The sit down, I'm just like, gosh, I think
again, nothing makes. I don't think Hakeem Olajuwon has made a single player better.
Yeah, Kobe came back good. Dwight, you're just thinking Dwight Howard, who's
and
like
Kenneth Faried, and there's somebody and then Terrell Arthur. They sent all
Terrell Arthur went.
They sent all these guys. Are like, And I'm sure it was just like, all right, here's what I do. I just use the best footwork the world's ever seen. So you should do that. And then just make every shot.
Yeah, he can't do it. Which player forces opposing coaches to make the most adjustments? Nikola Jokic got 57% of the vote, more than half. Last year, by the way, Luka Doncic led this category.
It made Nico Harrison make an adjustment.
Steph Curry still pops in at 13. Luka fell all the way to 4th. And dude, people said 5 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I guess that he only got 1 vote. Here's the thing. What is the adjustment?
Here's the adjustment. Try not to foul.
That's what I was going to say. That's not an adjustment.
I know.
The teams are just like, be real careful. He likes to do the stupid stuff.
Yeah. Just make sure that your arm,
And even then, we don't know. Which
I
player?
love how I'm the one who's reasonable right now. it's a fun twist.
Which player is most likely to have a breakout season? Amen Thompson. There's really no Nuggets in there, so it doesn't really matter. There's nothing there.
Can I put one out there?
Yeah.
Christian Brown.
I don't think there's any chance he has a breakout season though, because he averaged 16 a game last game. Like, what would breakout be? 25.
That people just acknowledge him.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is how you always get voted All-Star the year after your good year. Yeah. Best point guard, Shai gets 73%. Best shooting guard, Anthony Edwards gets 70%. Best small forward, Luka Doncic only 40%. Weird Luka year. Who is the best power forward? Giannis, 93%. Who is the best center? Jokic, 97%. One other center got a vote. Who do you think it was?
Cat?
Close up on his face here. Wembanyama.
He's not even a center.
Better than Jokic.
He's not even a goddamn center.
He's better than Jokic, according to one NBA GM.
He's a 7'12" non-center.
What GM made this pick, Miro?
Who's the guy in San Antonio?
No, I don't even think San Antonio, man. It's got to be like Charlotte or...
Yeah, they're too smart for that. You're right.
Yeah, it's got to be Charlotte, like the Charlotte GM.
Yeah, just a guy that doesn't...
Washington. It's Washington's GM.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what?
Joe Dumars.
Sure. New Orleans. Yeah. It's so true. It's New Orleans. He's like, I don't even think he's...
That was just like, he just did that because he wanted to be like, I voted for Wemby early and we couldn't vote for him for power forward because, of course, he's like nowhere near Giannis, whatever.
Which team made the best offseason moves? Hawks, number 1, 53%. Rockets, number 2, 27%. Nuggets, number 3, 10%. 3 people voted Nuggets.
I mean, those are really the 3 teams that did anything.
The Magic got Bane. They came in next, right behind Denver.
Yeah, that was not. I mean, that wasn't. But yeah,
I think that's a huge move.
I mean, it is a huge move, but
Bane is more likely to be an All-Star than Cameron Johnson.
It's true.
We'll see.
I mean, he's their number 2.
But I just mean like they made one move. Those are the 3 teams that actually kind of shook things up a little bit. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised the Clippers aren't in there. They made a bunch of moves, like for real. Even though it's like all they did was collect all of the oldest players in the league.
Yeah, I think everybody, like, the aspiration thing has everyone just being like, you know what, we'll just pretend the Clippers don't exist for a while till that goes away.
We can't.
The player that makes the biggest impact, Kevin Durant, Houston, 73%. Desmond Bane, 17%. Cooper Flagg. Drew Holiday got a vote on this. Come on, guys. Be serious.
When the people who run the league themselves don't know ball, what help?
This is actually true. You want to know a real don't know ball? Who last year was voted new acquisition to make the biggest impact, Miro?
Oh, my God.
I'll give you a hint. They were wrong.
Oh, my God.
I'll put him on the game show. Now he's the game show. I'll give you a hint.
I mean, you're not. There's no bad outcome. You can just say a wrong answer.
I don't even remember who moved in.
Paul George.
Oh man! Wow.
Paul George was voted new acquisition to have the biggest
Holy
impact.
Smokes, man! That's insane.
That's pretty insane. Most underrated player acquisition. I think this is all the same question, just phrased differently.
Who was it won it this year?
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. It kind of.
I mean, he is going to be good for them for 20 to 26 games.
More than that. What is the most underrated player acquisition? Desmond Bane. Number 2, Cam Johnson. Okay. So he's more viewed as underrated.
I love that, dude. The greatest part about what the Nuggets and my man Ben Wallace have done is they made nothing but hipster moves. And they're like just absolutely, they're like such a hipster squad. Like getting Cam Johnson is such an underrated move because he was like the dope guy on the team that no one ever thought about. They're like, everyone's like, oh yeah, Cam Johnson? Dang.
Yeah. Last one I'll do is best international player. Jokic got 93% of the vote. Luka got one. Shea got one. Last year was 87 though, so more people moved towards Jokic.
Because they saw, which is crazy actually. I was just going to say like because they saw Eurobasket, but Jokic wasn't even that good in Eurobasket.
They haven't seen skinny Luka yet. That's the thing. Like they need to get more skinny Luka in their lives.
Yeah. Nuggets did get voted tied. Oh, listen to this.
Oh no. I'm
Most fun team to watch in the league. The Nuggets tied. Who did they tie with?
The most fun team?
Nuggets got 27% of the vote.
Wait, is that the top answer?
Yes, but it's a tie. It's a tie with another.
Okay, the Thunder.
The Thunder!
Yeah.
The Thunder got voted most fun?
Horrible. Well,
it's like fun to win. It's fun.
Really bad.
I thought I would never see a more boring team than Boston Celtics that won the championship, and then we saw OKC Thunder.
I love this.
Dude, my favorite part of the year, of every calendar year, if you're not the champion, is to find a way to slander the current champion. Just be like, they're boring. They don't even
So boring. They built the wrong way.
Yeah, dude.
It's annoying.
You just have to build your, whatever it is, whatever your case against them is, and now's the time to establish it.
Jokic also won best passer, which is great. He was third in the best leader category. Steph, number 1. Jalen Brunson, number 2. Jokic, number 3. Which is kind of interesting.
I don't know that I would vote him as a top
I don't
leader.
think so either, but
I don't think he would vote himself as a top leader.
yeah, a little bit best. Who has the best basketball IQ? Jokic 1. LeBron 2. Chris Paul 3. Whatever. Somehow it makes me annoyed.
It is
even
super
though
annoying.
we got number 1 unanimously.
It is annoying.
That's enough for the GM survey. It's more or less. You can find it on NBA.com. Always fun. Fills out a couple segments.
It
for
is
us.
always fun. It's always horrendously wrong. We should look. I mean, whatever. They have to be batting 11%.
I just love that Wemby stole the one unanimous.
Yeah,
Jokic could have had the unanimous best center.
That is an absolute troll job against me. This is the year. Brendan Vogt is now that Jason Tatum has been injured. He's been sidelined. This is going to be the year of Wemby torture coming at me, Eric, versus Tatum torture going at Brendan Vogt. So I anticipate I'm going to hear about every good game he has.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hear about any bad games he has.
Well, he might just have. I mean, Vogt did that and they won the championship. So you better be careful here.
I know they did, but it took a couple years.
The next year's survey, it's Wemby 100% every question.
I mean, listen, I keep saying this. If Wemby changes the way he plays, I'll change the way I talk.
This
about
is such a Nick Wright. Keep the door open for
But
me
I
to
mean, like,
wiggle out of this.
Well, my thing is like I hate the way he plays.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hate
it's
it.
annoying.
If he changes, then I'm like, all right, fine. You're a big guy and you dunk. Great.
Here's a free idea for tomorrow's show, because on Saturday there's going to be an amazing Serbian corner. It's going to be the grand finale of Game Show Month. But I digress. For tomorrow, you can have a great show if you look up the article calling out the best teams in 5 years from 5 years ago, because that's even worse than the GM survey.
Really?
That's just comedy, pure comedy gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Just go look for that.
I do love that. Every future prediction is just, I mean, and you know what I say? That's why we play the games.
That is what you say. You do say that so frequently. All right, Miroslav, I wanted to hear some hot takes from you today. You said you have some spice, so Kale, get the spice meter ready.
Yeah, I'm not sure how spicy it is, but you know that shows you are making and shows I make are very different. But there is one important thing they have in common, and that's both shows are very personal. We are trying to be objective. Well, you are trying to be objective, Eric and I aren't. But we also insert our personalities into these shows. So this is why I will make this about myself and not actually the Nuggets. So,
I love that.
So I'm approaching this Nuggets season the same way I was approaching this summer's Eurobasket. So looking at my team, which is a front runner of sorts. So I'm very nervous about my high personal expectations, and they are high. So this is why, even though I am as high as I ever was about the Nuggets before the season, I'm also seeking everything that might ruin this season for us and trying to articulate it and call it out before it materializes. Maybe I can do something about it before it happens. So with all that said, I'm very high on Jamal Murray because both of what we've seen so far in the preseason games from him and what we've heard, about him during this summer and during this preseason period, David Adelman is raving about him. But I have to put two caveats here. First, and I know you're recognizing it too, we've only seen Jamal next to Joker so far.
Yeah.
And we do expect him, to be staggering again with the bench because the second unit so far has been rough. It was really bad so far. So
it was good in the first game for quite a little bit. It's just they couldn't handle the pressure. But let me ask this. What did you think of my take? I don't know if you saw it from yesterday. Bruce Brown is like Christian Brown. They're actually pretty similar. Tim Hardaway Jr. is like Cam Johnson. Peyton Watson is like Aaron Gordon. And Val is like Jokic. So it's kind of a facsimile, just the B version. Or C version.
It is a B. Well, the thing is, they have Jonas, who is a really dominant player, and they need to give him the ball on time so they can use him in a half-court offense. If they cannot get the ball to him on time, that's a big problem because Big Val is not the fastest guy out there. So if they're forced to play a lot of, run and gun basketball, that's going to be rough. So this is why I expect Jamal to be there. And let's give him a full month and see how well his new conditioning and new form is actually, doing for his game this season. So I'm just trying to pump the brakes down just a bit before we actually see it. And I'm still optimistic. But the other caveat is actually a question I have for you guys. He looked great to me because of two things. He looked great on defense at times. He captured some 50-50 balls, and I always love watching ball grabbing. The second part, honestly, he looked good on offense too. But he made some very difficult shots while at it. Would you feel differently about his form and shape had he missed some of those tough shots?
I mean,
of course.
Yeah, they all wondered what I would do or say if I didn't win this. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
I mean, he's making the shots because he's in shape, because he's moving well. I mean, the two go hand in hand. It's not like just luck.
Jamal is a good tough shot maker, man. And when he's in shape, I think he can get to those shots. And I think some of the shots he took, most of the ones you're talking about, were late clock. Now, it wasn't like they were grenades, because I do specifically remember one where there was like 8 on the clock and Yoke came over to set our pick and he's like, get out, I just want to cook this time. And he took a tough contested one and drained it. But here's the thing, man. I just watched him today at practice. It was Darrell Arthur who he's going up against. He loves one-on-one. And he just is working on shots. And he was like, Darrell Arthur can't guard him. But he was, instead of trying to beat Darrell Arthur, he was trying to get himself in position to take the toughest shot against Darrell. And he just kept draining it. And you watch Jamal sometimes and you're like, this guy is so good at making such tough shots.
Dude, when he is at his zenith, his apex, like in the bubble, I mean, it was just nonstop. He was just throwing stuff up, and you're like, is there a magnet on that ball? Like, how is that going in? It's unbelievable. He has that in him. But, if he missed shots, we'd be like, he sucks. Yeah. But he also just is moving different.
He also is getting the good looks. I mean, I think here's what I think I would say is different. If he wasn't getting the good looks, if only it was bad looks, I would say yes. I think he is hunting the tough shots more than you would like, but I think he's also getting open shots more, enough that I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
We're gonna get to like December though, or January, and Murray's gonna have this game of 3 in a row where it's just like he is taking a lot of bad shots and not making them, and we're gonna be annoyed for sure. That's gonna happen.
Mark it down.
I just want him to have a season averaging like 48% from the field and not like have 4 months of 42% from the field.
Yeah.
And then getting up. Like just give us the good stuff early.
What else? What else you got?
Well, the other guy I was observing a lot is Cam Johnson. And man, I am in love.
Whoa.
I cannot help myself. I keep comparing him to Mike. And I loved Mike. Well, he grew on me during the years. I used to call out the limitations
since
of
the
his
podcasting
games a lot. But then I accepted Mike for all the good and bad. But you know what? I don't have to accept it anymore. When I first saw Cam Johnson take the ball and start doing stuff with it, including, passing while cutting hard to the paint and then immediately relocating to where he should be to create another advantage, I was like, oh man, I had 6 years of not watching this. And that was just beautiful. That was just beautiful. I'm not kidding when I say I think Cam Johnson addition is gonna unlock so much stuff, and it's gonna lift so much frustration off of Joker's chest. I think he's just gonna love playing with him, and they're gonna need some time to click completely. I'm sure they're gonna need at least a couple of weeks of actual games to click, but when that happens, it's gonna be poetry, man. I just love it.
I am 100% on this take, man. I know people have been, some people have been underwhelmed or this or that with Cam. I watch it and I'm just like, I think it is sneaky phenomenal, and they haven't even built the nuance to it yet, and it already has a natural nuance to it and is super effective. So I'm with you, man. I think Cam Johnson, we're just going to feel it, and here's how we'll feel it. More games where the ball is popping. I just think there's going to be more games where you're like, man, they were in a good rhythm tonight. And it won't even be like Cam Johnson stood out and we say this, but it will be because of that. And it'll be like, man, 35, 37 assists. The game looks so easy out there.
Yeah.
Offense.
The only thing that's really been a mark against him so far is he missed his shots in the first game, and he didn't
missed the highlight.
He didn't
missed
hit
the highlight.
that goddamn Sombor slinger.
I know.
Damn it.
It is so true. He kind of knows it too. He apologized today in his presser.
For missing that shot.
Because somebody asked him about, like, did you know it was coming? And he's like, I actually did. And he said it was interesting because he's like basically saying, I'm learning Jokic's cues. And he goes, and he looks over and he locked in on my defender. And then he looked away and he's like, in my head, I was like, he's going to throw this. And then he did. And he's like, and then I just missed it. My bad.
That was your bad, Cam. That was absolutely your bad.
I will say, did you know there was a controversy? Because I saw Swipa put like Jokic no look right into his pocket, and it wasn't.
No,
he threw it over here, and then all these people were like, in his pocket, blah blah blah. Dude,
it kind of was in his pocket, like in his jeans
actual
pocket, not his shot pocket, but like in the corner pocket.
Good enough. Any other hot takes, Miro?
Well, I kind of understand the Mavs fans about Tim Hardaway Jr. more.
That's so true. Great take.
Because Tim Hardaway Jr. is like, he's so awesome when he's hitting shots.
Yes.
But every game he doesn't hit like 4 threes. What the hell is he doing on the court? Like, he's so small.
Already mad. I love it.
So it's just like, it's very polarizing. I mean, I still have more confidence in him than Julian Strawther, but at the same time, if he has like only 3 shots and he misses all 3 of them, it looks rough, man. And I get it. I get it now.
Here, you know what's funny? I think Tim Hardaway is the only guy, I would say, other than maybe Jamal, the only guy who I think when he's out there for 3 minutes and doesn't touch it, he's thinking like, all right, I got to touch the ball. You know what I mean? I got to get shot up. Because some of the shots he's taken have been total like, I haven't touched it for a bit, guys. Here. And you're like, well.
Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
So a shorter Will Barton without, the
Oh, man.
dribbling chops.
Add him to the list of people Nuggets fans might turn on throughout this year. What a bummer.
Oh, I have a hot take there.
Let's hear it.
You know who might be a scapegoat this season?
I'm gonna guess
a very unsuspected
Aaron Gordon?
scapegoat.
No.
I think it might be Christian Brown.
No, I don't see it.
If he gets $30 million per year, and then he's just like not as good as he was last year when he was playing on $4 million a year.
You're not wrong though. He now will get once he gets the contract, he's going to get the viewed through the lens of that contract. But I think he looks incredible. So I think it's more likely it's going to be Tim Hardaway Jr. I mean, let's not
Julian Strawther, I
Let's
think,
not kid,
or
but
Peyton
he'll get-
Watson. I think it's like one of those guys for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's one of those 3.
Hopefully there's none.
Maybe it's just Zeke again.
Maybe it's just none because we don't need one because we could just keep getting those.
Oh, that'd be great. There wasn't a scapegoat in the championship year.
No scapegoat, dude. Like we don't always need a scapegoat. Yeah. Sometimes we just. What is it? What's the opposite? I guess Jokic. Yeah, you just
credit for everything.
Just credit for absolutely everything.
We got a super chat, Kale.
get it here. Lido Man, $5, thanks. As a Vancouverite,
Canadian bucks.
Oh, Canadian. We don't even know. What's the conversion? Kale, we need a conversion before I can read. I need to know the amount of excitement that I need to put onto this.
You got 20 seconds.
As a Vancouverite, seeing Jokic for the first time was amazing. Also, Adam, since you love nature, you should visit Van and enjoy our scenery someday.
Brother, well, thank you for the invitation. I would go. I just was in the Pacific Northwest. I was out in Olympic Peninsula. I believe it, man.
You were whaling? You were whaling?
I went whaling. Yeah, I went whaling.
Yeah, Adam went to connect with nature and then just went and murdered it. He just killed it.
Also, $5 Canadian is $3.57.
I put too
way
much
too much
excitement.
emphasis on that one. Everybody, thanks so much. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to have a casual Friday edition of the show.
I won't be here. I'll be in London
Get your
town,
butt to
foggy
London.
London town. I'll be in your time zone, Miroslav. I'm going to call you in the morning.
What?
Buzzer beater for Harlow.
Harlow. People should just keep inviting me to their homes. I like this. So everybody's like, Adam, you want to come birding with me?
Fun fact, Adam's never been to my home. Harlow in Alaska.
You've never invited me. If you invited me, I'd go.
No, I know. That's the point. I've never invited you to my home, and I don't plan on it either. Pick fan here. Seems like he was getting guys on hip and turning corner last season, and now he's regressing to doing that backward thing again. Am I wrong? More about bad scheme to handle the pressure.
Too early to say. I will say that I think all these guys were not turning the corner because I think they were tasked with handling pressure and getting into
I love
it.
we have 2 preseason games.
I know.
Like, I don't like the trends. It's just not. It's not like.
Anytime you task though somebody with one thing, and then once the other team's like, oh, they're trying to just do this one thing. What if we just trap them? And they're like, damn it.
They're like, what the hell is Adelman doing? There's a 16-man rotation? Like,
I'm not sure if they're going to do this all year.
this is he didn't play Jokic at all in the second half. This is unsustainable.
I know. There even is some takes about Tamar Bates played more than Duran. Is this serious? You're like, guys, neither of them played.
Okay, well, sorry. Colorado native in Europe. It's not the same time zone. Sorry, Miroslav. I'll be near your time zone. Thanks.
Yeah, if you ever listened to me, you would have heard that I already said that. Yeah.
Listen, we're talking over each other. We can't hear you talking over us.
I know.
I love Miroslav stayed up till the wee hours of the night. We appreciate him for it. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button for us on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.